Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you guys about the experience I had at the Sephora class this morning. So for those of you who do not know, I attended the Foundation Sephora class this morning and it was amazing. I loved it. I'm just kind of going to be talking about my experience there today as well as what was taught, and you know, like just kind of like you guys should go because it's amazing. Alright, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Alright, so basically what happened was the class was at 10, so I got there at 9. I got there at 9:40, and I was like, I'll just sit in my car until then. So I sat in my car, and I started walking in at 9:58. I know. I was like, I'm kind of like scared. I don't want to, because I was going by myself. Like I didn't know anyone that was going. I don't know any of the Sephora workers or anything like that. So I was going completely by myself. Well, so I go in and they're like, oh, are you Evan? And I'm like, yeah. And so they handed me like a name tag. I don't have it on, but they handed me a name tag and they were like, you can pick any of the stations. Y'all, they had these stations set up, let me tell you. It was like a table, and then it had a mirror in the middle, and then it had like all like the foundation brushes and like concealer brushes and all that kind of stuff. And it had like makeup removers and like swatch stuff, and then it had like a sheet. It had this sheet. And I was like, okay. And so, you know, everyone's getting settled in and they get the class started. So they're just like, thank you guys for coming, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna talk about foundation. I mean, they didn't say that, but it was like that. So we all introduced ourselves, including the people that were like the students, I guess. And so then we got started. Basically what they started talking about was skincare. And I really like that. I like how they stressed that skincare, that sounded weird. I like how they stressed that skincare was more important than makeup. You know, skincare should always come first is basically what they were telling you. And you know, they asked us all of our skin types, and we each had coaches. Like each table, there were 2 people to a table, and each table had a coach. And my coach was so sweet. I love her. I don't remember her name, but shout out to you, girl. So basically, she asked me, she was like, what type of skin you have? And I was like, oh, I don't have super dry skin, but I have pretty dry skin sometimes. And so she was like, oh, okay. So she brought me back this like argan oil type thing, and it had like the dropper top. And then she also brought me back some pads, which I wish I had. I can't afford any of this stuff though. But she brought me back some pads, and she brought me a primer. It was like a coconut primer, and it was really nice. And so, she was like, if you want to do that. So I got and they were just really stressing the outward and downward motion, just so if you guys just want to know what to do. So I started putting on the oil first, and I put it all over my skin, and then did I do the pads first? No, I did the pads first, that's right. So I wiped it with the pads. And that's not like a downward motion, it's just, you just wipe it. And so that's just to kind of clean the face. And then the oil was because I had dry skin, so they were putting like, you know, some oils on my face. Which honestly, I was like, are y'all about to make my face oily? But no, it didn't really make it. It made it oily, but it made it like a good oily. And so that's what you want. And so, just to kind of hydrate. But so then I put that on, and then I put the primer on, which was the same. I don't want to mess up my makeup right now, but it was the same, you know. And so then, you know, she kind of this was a really long class. This was like an hour and a half, almost 2-hour class. And so then she spent some time doing it, like the foundation and concealer on, So she started doing the foundation and concealer on each, like she had 2 models basically, which were just Sephora workers, and she did it on them. And then they were like, all right, your turn. And I was like, okay. So she color matched me with a Naked. This one, I got a sample of it. It is the Naked Urban Decay Foundation 3.25. It's a blessing. And, oh yeah, this is the primer that she gave me, by the way. It's amazing. She gave me 2 little samples of it. And so, she got me the right foundation, she got me some concealer, and so I started with the foundation. Basically, I did it on the back of my hand. I got the airbrush type brush. It was like a flat brush, but it was also like a short flat brush for foundation. So, you know, you just rub it on there and then you just start rubbing it on your face. Well, you start from the center, they said, and then go out and all that kind of stuff. So I foundationed up my face, good in there. Then I went to the concealer, and you just kind of get it and you put it in dots under your eyes. I know y'all probably all know this, but I was like, because, you know, I've tried makeup, but this is kind of like my first time doing like a full face of makeup. Which they don't let you do, it's just foundation. So, I mean, I did all this on my own. Well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. And so, sorry, allergy season's really kicking in. I'm not fucking with it, y'all. Alright, anyways. So then, basically, after the concealer, you know, you get the brushes, and we were done. And they were like, liquids, y'all set with a powder. Powders, y'all set with a spray. Because it's just like if you spray on top of liquid, which I'm about to do anyways tomorrow. They said it could work, so I guess we'll find out. This is the only kind I got though. But it's the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. But yeah, so then I was done and I was like, okay, okay, really funny. Then my coach comes up to me and she's like, honestly, do you want to try some highlight and contour? And I'm like, am I allowed to? And she's like, yeah, I'm not even joking. You're the only guy that came here. And I was like, okay, guy, yeah, okay. And so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And so she taught me kind of how to do contour, which, I mean, I didn't know how to do. I do now, but I didn't really. She got me the Hoola bronzer. I need to get that because that's amazing. And, you know, I did it, and then she was like, here's your glow kit. And I was like, what? And it's an Anastasia Beverly Hills, like the Nicole Guerrero. I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyways, it's like heaven. And I did the kitty cat shade, I think it was called. And it's like a pink for y'all can see. I was like living. So I did it here, and then I went up here and did highlight here too, and it was just like, oh. She did it on the jaw kind of here. She kind of took it right there. And then I was like, all right. So then I went to my job, got my money, came back. So I was like, I'm gonna get money and come back and buy some stuff. Well, I only made $14, so that wasn't a thing. But, and so I come back with my friend Talia, and we're chilling, we're looking around, and I'm like, and then we go eat, and then we come back, and I'm just looking around. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to do full face makeup and then go out and hang out with her. So I go into Sephora again, and all my little training people are there, and I'm like, hey. They're like, welcome back, and I'm like, hey. And so I come back, and I'm like, do you guys still do the mini makeover things? Because for those of you who don't know, Sephora will actually do a mini makeover walk-in, so you can just walk in and be like, hey, I want one thing done on my face, and they'll do one thing. I think it's to choose from contour, highlight, lips, eyeshadow, foundation. They do skincare now apparently. I just learned that today. And so you can choose, or eyebrows, and you can choose it at that one thing, and they'll do it for you for free, and it takes 15 minutes. And so I was like, can y'all do the eyeshadow? Because I had everything else done. I had contour, I had highlight, I had foundation, I had eyebrows, which I didn't really do my brows today. I just kind of brushed them. But I had brows done, and so I was like, can y'all just do my eyes? And they were like, yeah, it's gonna be about a 10-minute wait just because someone just sat down. So I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So I was looking around, and I found my coach, and I was like, hey. She's like, hey. And so I was like, what lip color do you think would look good? I'm gonna do a natural eye. I'm doing kind of natural, a natural glow face type. And so, I'm sorry, I've been looking at myself the whole time. I just realized that I haven't been looking at the camera, and I'm really sorry. Okay, anyways. And so she was like, yeah, the Kat Von D Lolita lipstick. Y'all, that's what this is right now. Oh my god, this is the most beautiful shade I think I have ever seen. Oh my god. Okay, but so she did it because I was like, girl, I can't. I tried it, and I was like, if y'all give me a liquid lipstick and tell me to do it, I can probably do it out of the tube, but I can't do the dip in there, and I just can't. I have a frozen strawberry Sephora brand one, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I love it, and I can do it. But that one I couldn't. So she did it for me, and she got the person doing my eyes she got her to just put some concealer down here to clean up the line. She did a really good job, I love her. But, and so, yeah, full face. Get up close so y'all can see. I am in love. I did my eyelashes too. Me and Talia did them, and she was like, just brush your eyebrows at me. I was like, oh, okay. Got some highlight on the nose. Like, I'm telling y'all. I'm living. Alright, well, for any of you, like, okay, if y'all are wondering about this weird angle, it's I couldn't find a good place to record, and I didn't want to record in my bathroom again, because that's weird. So I opened that window, and then I was like, that's a really weird angle, and the light was, the sun's directly right there, so the light was like right there. This window's fine, but the only way I could do it was up high, so I've been trying to like, hey guys, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you. This was the primer that they gave me. It is called Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer, and it's it's like a hydrant for dry skin basically, and it's really good and it smells good too. The foundation they gave me here was the Urban Decay Naked Foundation 3.25. I think that's just the shade. My color IQ is 2R06 apparently. And they also gave me this cute little highlighting book, which just kind of gives you some like highlighting tips. And it's just kind of, it's an entire book on highlighting, which is like the best thing I think I have ever seen in my entire life. And I'm in love with it. So, and it gives you like pricing in the back. Like, if y'all look at that, it has like pricing on it. I'm sorry, that's probably too bright. Okay, it's not working with me today. But anyways, there's pricing. And it tells you like for intense effect, the Beauty Blender is $18. The Sephora Collection Airbrush Concealer is $24, and then the crease is $22. And it tells you like the fan and contour brush $28 and $34, and it just, that's for just for the tools though, y'all. That's not even the actual stuff. And then it gives you like highlighting stuff, and it, yeah, it's a blessing. She just slipped that to me. And so, I'll read you some of the tips they gave me just because I don't care how long this video is. I only wrote down 2 things, which I feel bad about because there was like an hour-and-a-half class long. But anyways, they just basically told me that, you know, less primer is more, and that was actually really true. She told me like a little pea size, like it doesn't take that much primer to prime your face. She's like, if you use too much, it's gonna end up like the makeup is just gonna slide on and off and all that kind of stuff. And she just told me a thing about the tools was the less brushes, the less bristles is the more sheer the look is gonna be. So like if it's like a loose, yeah, if it's loose, then it's gonna be more sheer. If it's like a really tight one, because there's so many bristles. I keep saying Brussels. It's bristles. All right. But anyways, so yeah, that was my Sephora experience. I have like 3 more classes I'm signed up for, so this should be fun. This, y'all, I'll do like a makeup showcase, but I will never be able to recreate any of this because 1, I don't have any highlight. Shocker, I don't have a highlight. And my video cut out. So yes, I recorded this yesterday. I recorded that yesterday. I recorded this today. 2 different days. My video cut out because it was too long apparently. And so I don't know where it went. I don't even remember what I talked about. I remember I talked about contour in that part of the video, but after that I don't remember, so my mistake. But I was like, I really want to upload this just because my makeup was done, and I don't know, it was a good experience, so yeah. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet. There was a lot more, but it's okay, whatever. Yeah, so if you guys are thinking about doing a Sephora class, I'm sick right now by the way, so that's why I sound like this. If you guys are thinking about doing a Sephora class, you guys definitely should. And if you guys didn't see, you guys can check out my last video. Yeah, last video. I come out as transgender, so it's a very big video for me to publicly come out as that, especially in high school. So yeah, let me cut this one shorter so that it's not going to be cut off again. That'd be nice. Alright, thank you guys for watching.